Okay, so this is a review on the Jacksons album. Um, Diana Ross presents the Jackson 5. This was released back in 1969. The artwork, you can more or less tell it was released back then. I like how bright it is anyway. Like yellow goldish. Obviously it's got the Jackson 5 in there. Um, yeah, but interesting enough, Diana Ross is not on this artwork. So I think that was a smart move, even though technically it does say Diana Ross presents the Jackson 5. For me, I would have did a thing where it's Diana, like a picture of Diana Ross presenting the Jackson 5, like in that show presenting way, if you get what I mean. Like that would have been like a dope concept to me. From leave it on to the comment section below. Do you think that would be a dope concept? The concept I just said. But anyway, there is 12 tracks, and there is Zippity Doodah, Nobody, I Want You Back. You know what's interesting? I'm reading off the names of these the titles, and I get the song in my head instantly. But anyway, Can You Remember, Standing in the Shadows of Love, You've Changed, My Cherry Amour, Who's Loving You, Chained, I Know I'm Losing You, Stand, and Born to Love You. So yeah, so it's interesting how this album, basic, not even just this album. Well, yeah, it's this album. This album changed. In fact, I want to say this album, the Jackson 5, changed the way music is. If you get what I mean, like they are the foundation. Obviously, there's other artists before them and all that stuff there, but from their stage presence to their vocals to even to the way that the bands were, like boy bands and whatever, like the Osmonds, for example, they came about because of the Jackson 5. Deep that for a minute. Deep that. But yeah, I don't necessarily have a favorite song, but as usual, I'll take one song if it's out of context or in context. It is what it is, and I'm going to do "I Want You Back" because everyone knows about that song. Obviously, most people know about other songs, but "I Want You Back." It's funny because most couples that break up, they get to a point in their life, whether it's the next day or the same day or a year later or months later or years later or even decades later, they get to a point where they want that ex back. And at the end of the day, some say it's never good to go back to your ex, but if they're on your mind anyway, and you know what value they bring to your life and your career, and you know what value you bring to their life and their career, then why not attempt to reconcile and try and make things work? Why not? Why should you have to put yourself in a position where, you trying to listen to someone else's advice, and then when you listen to their advice of saying not to get back, and then you are unhappy, but then when you see them in a relationship, the ones that give you advice to say not to get back with your ex, and you see them happy, yeah, you want to be happy for them and all that stuff there, especially with them, if you're friends with them, but essentially it's like you're going to feel hurt. Like, be real, you're going to feel hurt because it's like, shit, the happiness you see with them is the happiness you could have had, or is similar to the one that you did have with that ex. So it's like, it's interesting, man. It's your life, and you got to focus on your life. You understand what I'm saying? So what I recommend, yeah, is if you're a man watching this, you have to give her a bait. Yeah, do something that will bait her out to the point where she has to contact you. Do you get it? Now, The reason why I say this is because when you are doing that, she's going to contact you. And when she contacts you, that's when you have the power for her to be more submissive towards you. You get it? Because it's like if you're chasing her to get back with her, it's like now you're going to be the one that's submissive and willing to do anything to be with her and stay with her. Whereas if it's the other way around, which it should be, she's going to be more submissive and doing anything and willing to stay in your life and be there for you and all that stuff there. Yeah? Because don't get twisted, there are that power dynamics that are in the relationships. There's always going to be one that displays masculine energy and one that displays feminine energy. And you have to display more masculine energy if you're a man, and you've got to display more feminine energy if you're a woman, and you want that relationship to truly work. Yeah, so if you click the link in the description box below, you will get access to online courses such as roles and relationships. That's where you're going to learn how to develop yourself as a thoroughbred alpha male, so you have that masculine energy anyway, and you will know exactly what to do on how to get your woman back, to get your ex back and all that stuff there. And plus you learn how dating and relationships actually work. And if you're a woman watching this, you get access to online courses such as in that same course you will get access to the knowledge of how to be a pure feminine woman, and you learn how dating and relationships actually work. All right, so I'm gonna give this album a 10 out of 10. It definitely aged well. And also, I don't necessarily have a favourite song on here, but what I did find interesting after listening to this album, I can't remember the last time previously I listened to the album, but one thing I did realise, as young as Michael Jackson was, and he was the lead singer as well, it's like there were certain things that he kept on in his solo career as an adult. Like, I don't know how to explain it. What song was it? I'm trying to give you the songs that I think it was Stand and Born to Love You. Like, I think it's in those two songs in particular. Like, you start to hear there's certain things, like his signature sound. There's some things that he would do, which is very interesting. And what's even more interesting is the fact that, there's certain things that the Jackson 5 did. Like, even their dance and all that stuff there. I can't even do dance right now. But, like, you get me? They've inspired and they still inspire. So then respect needs to go on the Jackson 5's name, or the Jackson family in general. Yeah? But the Jackson 5, respect needs to go on their name. Most people normally talk about Michael Jackson, as they should, yeah, because obviously he's very iconic and all that stuff there, but we've got to respect his brothers as well, you understand? Like, they all played a role when it comes to the Jackson 5. So, anyway, like I said, I'm going to give this album a 10 out of 10. The link to the album is in the description box below, and yeah, just give the Jackson 5 the accolades they deserve. You understand? Because, listen, you know how life is, man. You gotta give them the flowers and the respect now. Like, now. Do that. Yeah? But anyway, if you've got any questions, any suggestions that you would like for us to do, then leave it in the comment section below. And remember, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification, because you never know, the video you suggest might just be next.